is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
Dano's Marine in Fort Pierre is your one-stop shop for all things boats and watercraft. They are your local Vexus and Alumacraft boat dealer, some of the best boats on the water. Dano's also offers a full line of services to maintain your boat out of the water so you can enjoy more time on the water. Their certified technicians proudly service Yamaha, Mercury, and Evergreen motors. Stop in today to visit about your next watercraft. Dano's Marine, proud sponsor of Pierre and Fort Pierre athletics and events.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value.
Commuter Riggs Field, just off the north end of Riggs High School in Pierre. I'm Brian Oakland, along with Caleb Brozick, who will be live video streaming. We'll have this one on the River 92.7 page of drgnews.com, just as with any other Governor Sports broadcast. You can see it live as well at gogovs.live or through the links, again, of the River 92.7 page of drgnews.com. We welcome you again to Riggs Field, and after a rainy weekend and an overcast day to start today, we've got a sunshiny day, about 60 degrees. Today, the Pierre Governors will welcome in the Watertown Arrows. This is supposed to be one of the first games of the season. They did actually play an early game in Watertown. Watertown won that game 7-3. Take that back. That was in Aberdeen. But the Governors come in with a record of 2-5, and Watertown winning 6 of their first 10 ball games on the season. So we're looking forward to it. The Governors are excited to play their first home game at long last after a couple of weather outs, and we're excited to bring it to you as well here, River 92.7 and drgnews.com. Our coverage of Governor Sports on your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7, is made possible by your Pierre Sports marketing sponsors, including Bank West, Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, The Dairy Queen, by Live Ticket, Overhead Door, Rinky Gray Wealth Management, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City, Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, and Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC. Governor Sports is also brought to you in part by Dakota Mart, Fisher Rounds Insurance and Real Estate, First Dakota National Bank, the May Adam Law Firm, American Bank and Trust, Pierre Regional Airport, by Nystrom Electrical Contracting, Access Health, the Corner Station in Pierre by Black Hills Federal Credit Union and Avera Health. And our game also sponsored in part by Oahe Federal Credit Union, TMA, Kathy Sonnenschein Properties, Zander Auto Parts, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, the Lariat Lanes, Ramkota Hotel and Conference Center, Ferding Electric, Bauman Lumber, and Wagner Auto. Bauman Lumber also a video sponsor as we bring this game to you online as well. The game brought to you within the broadcast by Bank West, by the Hughes County Jail, by the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, and the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Consumer Protection Division, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial, Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg, Hermanson Endodontics, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Keep up to date at the end of, innings. We'll give you the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, sponsored by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Once again, Pierre off to a struggle a little bit, 2-5. They'll take on a 6-4 Watertown team. We'll talk about it coming up after a 3-minute timeout. We get into our Bank West pregame show. We'll take a look at the standings, how Class AA is faring. The standings work on PowerPoints just as basketball and volleyball and other sports do in South Dakota State high school sports. So we'll look at that, where both teams are standing. We'll have keys to success, as we did talk briefly with head coach Elizabeth Keys about how this game is. We won't have an interview to play back, but we've got some keys to success for the Governors. Take a look at the Watertown schedule and what they'll be looking at in this one coming up. All of that with starting lineups, game officials, and more. Part of your Bank West pregame show. For the first time, it's Governors softball, and your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com. We're back in 3 minutes.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram. Hey, DQ fans, January means a different Blizzard of the Month and 5 more reasons to take a trip to DQ. Meet the Reese's Take 5 Blizzard Treat. They fit Reese's peanut butter cups, sweet caramel toppings, salty peanuts, and crunchy pretzels into every soft serve packed spoonful. I'll admit, I got hungry just reading that out loud. I mean, a Blizzard Treat and Reese's Take 5 together, best year ever. Try the Reese's Take 5 Blizzard Treat, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? LiveTicket.tv has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 2. That's 833-605-5483, extension 2. And punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Have you found yourself worrying about inflation and market volatility? Considering what should I do? Can I do anything? Am I going to be okay? The Ranky Gray team has been coaching their clients through these tumultuous times for over 35 years. Let us discover what easy, time-tested adjustments can be made for you. For a free second opinion, our team can be reached at 605-224-5959. Let's start today.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC. A registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Welcome back to Riggs Field as we get into our BankWest pregame show. BankWest for the best, and we give you a look from our vantage point. We are down the right field line. That's what we're going to call our broadcast booth, and the broadcast booth brought to you by the Hughes County Jail. Let's hear from the Hughes County Jail, and we'll get further into our BankWest pregame show. More Governor softball coming right up.
One team. The Pierre Governors know what that means, and so do the men and women of the Hughes County Jail. No matter how good you are, working with a good team makes you better. To be the best, that takes teamwork. So if you'd like to know more about the available positions at the Hughes County Jail and be a part of their team, log on at hughescounty.org. Click on the Sheriff tab. Detention deputies and nursing positions are available. Go Govs from the employees of the Hughes County Jail.
The Hughes County Jail broadcast booth and our vantage point, which you can see from the right field line for now. Maybe other games that we've got coming up later on, we may find a different spot to sit, but for now we'll enjoy what we've got for you and call the game from here. The Hughes County Jail broadcast booth. See our vantage point on the River 92.7 page of drgnews.com. Once again, Brian Oakland alongside as we take a look at what is going on in Class AA so far this season in the sport of softball. Second season of softball sanction in South Dakota. The Arrows come in 6-4. They're in the 9 seed right now. The Governors have won 2 of their first 7 ball games. A 2-5 record has them sitting at number 14, which of course is a good enough to be in the SODAC 16, but they'd certainly like to be a little higher than that. One of the teams they've beaten, Rapid City Central, still winless, and that is the team that is 17th. Two teams, Douglas and Huron, in Class AA, which has 19 teams overall. Douglas and Huron do not yet have a softball program, so there are 17 teams in standings. Top team is Sioux Falls Lincoln. They're unbeaten at 7-0. The only team that Harrisburg has lost to is Sioux Falls Lincoln. Harrisburg is 7-1. Harrisburg will be here next Monday. In fact, Sioux Falls Lincoln and Jefferson will be here over the weekend as well, Friday and Saturday, if the weather holds out. Sioux Falls Washington at 5-1 is the 3 seed. Brandon Valley, who will be here before too long as well, is 4-2, followed by Sioux Falls Jefferson in the 5 spot, 7-3. So there's your top 5, and the other 4 home games that the Governors still have on their schedule include 4 of the top 5, and Lincoln, Jefferson, Harrisburg, and Brandon Valley. It's a tough stretch here on their home field coming up. At Brookings, let's make that Rapid City Stevens, who defeated the Governors in Rapid City last Tuesday. They're 7-3 in the 6th spot. Then it's Brookings at 4-3, O'Gorman 6-3. It's number 9 Watertown then, which would go to O'Gorman if the postseason began here today. But Watertown 6-4, Yankton at 5-7. Then it's Sioux Falls Roosevelt so far 3-6. Mitchell, the Governor's next opponent, they go to Mitchell tomorrow. In fact, the Colonels are also 2-5, same as the Govs. Then Sturgis, who beat the Govs in Rapid City 12-5 last Tuesday, is just ahead of Pierre at the 13 spot. Sturgis, though, 3-7. Then the Governors at 2-5. Spearfish and Aberdeen, a pair of 1-win teams so far at 15-16, with Rapid City Central pulling up the rear at a winless season so far. For the Governors on their season schedule, we mentioned they did have an impressive win over Rapid City Central, scored a lot of runs on April 5th, 24-2. The other win they got was up in Aberdeen, 10-3. And that night when they played both Aberdeen and Watertown, they lost to the Arrows to start the season 7-3, got that win over Aberdeen, then beat Rapid City Central, but since then a 4-game losing streak with losses at Yankton 12-0, at Sioux Falls against O'Gorman 10-5, and then the 2 games last Tuesday, losing at Rapid City to Stevens 10-5, but then kind of a late night, and the girls playing 2 games for the first time this season, or the second time rather, but a late night out in Rapid, and it wasn't their best effort, a 12-5 loss to Sturgis, that according to head coach Elizabeth Keys. We'll talk again about that in just a little bit. As for the Arrows so far this season, but once again here today against Watertown, tomorrow the Govs go to Mitchell to make up a game that was supposed to be played this past Friday, and then they welcome Harrisburg next Monday. There is a tournament, I believe, in Sioux Falls that the Govs will be playing as well on Friday and Saturday. Take a quick look at the Watertown schedule, starting with a 4-game win streak, including the first one over Pierce, 7-3 in Aberdeen. They also beat Aberdeen Central 15-0, beat Rapid City Central 19-0, and a win over Spearfish 18-2. But then they were beaten for the first time by Brookings on April 9th, 11-7. They got a 10-6 win at Mitchell, and then losing at Sioux Falls Jefferson 11-2. Came back, got a win over Roosevelt 4-1, but they do come to this one losing their last 2, 6-2 against Yankton, and most recently last Thursday 14-10 in a high-scoring game in Watertown to the O'Gorman Knights. So that's where these two teams stand right now in the standings and the state of softball in South Dakota in Class AA. Let's take another 3-minute break, and we'll come back and talk keys to success. Again, had a conversation with head coach Elizabeth Keys. We'll talk about that and what the Govs expect as they, again, have some things to look forward to, some excitement as they play their first home game of the season. Keys to success are next. You're listening to Pierre Governors Softball.
Why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
Hey, hold the ladder! Hold the ladder!
Yeah, that hurt.
And there are epic moments.
Slide! College! Class of 1995!
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Form function, finesse. The all-new 2024 all-wheel drive Ford Escape is now on sale at Capital City Ford for $32,000 with up to $2,250 in rebates. If you're looking for adaptable interiors ready for your daily adventures, whether it's a trip to the grocery store, to a spontaneous road trip, and everywhere in between, Capital City Ford has you covered. Payments are as low as $385 with Ford Credit Flex Buy program. For more information and details, contact a sales professional at Capital City Ford. Check out their full vehicle lineup at CapitalCityFord.com. Capital City Ford in Pierre.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Century Business Products is a proud supporter of South Dakota High School athletics and proud to provide the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to schools and businesses in the area, all backed by their 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color costs? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
Smart grocery shopping takes a little bit of TLC. Dakota Mart in Pierre is thrifty, local, and convenient. Shop Dakota Mart for the freshest produce, highest quality meats, and delicious bakery items. And shopping Dakota Mart is easier because of the spacious aisles. Everything's easy to find, and you have a clean shopping environment. Dakota Mart Good Neighbor Pharmacy offers free delivery and mail out too. Thrifty, local, convenient. Dakota Mart in Pierre, your hometown neighborhood market.
Back again at Riggs High Field. Beautiful day. A light breeze now coming in from right field right behind us. Brian Oakland along with Caleb Brozick, who has camera going once again for live tickets and drgnews.com. You can see it on the River 92.7 page as well as gogovs.live. First home game for the Governors, and let's talk keys to success in this one. Our keys to success brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care. We should mention, though, when you're on the road for the spring and summer months, doesn't matter where, doesn't matter when, doesn't matter how far, remember the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds you to buckle up every trip, every time. That reminder from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Keys to success in a little chat that we had off the record with head coach Elizabeth Keys of the Pierre Governors. Govs coming in off of an 0-2 trip to Rapid City, losing to Stevens 10-5, but then also to Sturgis, who the Governors probably felt they could have competed or should have competed with a little bit better, but they lost 12-5 in that one. As much as they should have been, and maybe a disappointment there for head coach Keys and the Governor squad. But here they do have a kind of a renewed sense of energy, knowing against a team that they've played already this season in Watertown. They did lose 7-3, but Watertown team that's got a solid program. The Governors trying to build the same kind of thing, but hopefully the Governors are hoping that as the home team for the first time in 8 games this season, that will give them a little bit of an edge. And again, I think that's the first key to success. Now, the Govs, part of the complacency that they saw in that Sturgis game in particular, I think you're seeing some defensive lapses that contributed to Sturgis's run output in that game. Govs will try to minimize that, certainly need to minimize that in order to kind of keep Watertown off the board. They'd certainly love to get their own offense going once again this evening, this afternoon. We're starting with a varsity game. There will be a JV game at 6 o'clock, so if you're getting off work here, come on by Riggs Field and set up shop along the hillside and watch some Governor softball. Those are keys to success that are brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. Let's hear from them, and we'll pause for 2 minutes, and I think we've got time to come back with starting lineups yet. You're listening to Pierre Governor Softball, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
The key to success starts with vision. Hi, this is Dr. Matthew Blazek of Central Dakota Eye Care. Regular, yearly, comprehensive eye exams are key in finding eye problems before symptoms appear. Call us today at 224-6128 and schedule an appointment. New patients are always welcome. The staff at Central Dakota Eye Care is proud of our area youth and support their high school activities. Best of luck in the game. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
This Governor Sports Moment is brought to you by the independent insurance team at Fisher Rounds and Associates in Pierre. The Governors made a strong showing in the first season of South Dakota Girls Wrestling 2021, but there was no team championship in that first season. Well, there was in 21-22, and the Governors made history by becoming the first girls wrestling South Dakota team champion. And freshman Sierra McFarling, who had won the first girls heavyweight championship as an 8th grader, won again as a freshman. The 2022 Governor Girls Wrestling State Champions, one of Pierre's finest. This Governor Sports Moment presented by Fisher Rounds and Associates in Pierre.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
May Adam Law Firm of Pierre offers superior legal representation. Clients can be assured their legal matter will be handled with expertise and the utmost professionalism. Their skilled South Dakota lawyers can take care of your family law, estate planning, real estate law, and personal injury. They're able to help you plan and prepare to make matters easy now and into the future. Call 224-8803. May Adam Law Firm in Pierre since 1881.
Our Bank West pregame continues. Our first coverage of Governor softball here on your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7. It's Pierre against Watertown here this afternoon. Let's take a look at the starting lineups in this one. The starters come to us courtesy of Envirotech in Pierre. Meeting the Governors first off, and leading off and pitching will be Noel Kist. And batting second in left field, Nevaeh Carver, the third hitter, and the shortstop will be will be Ireland Templeton. In center field, Jenna Buckles bats cleanup. Fifth hitter is Micah Buffalo. Good hitter at third base. Ellie Browers plays catcher and bats sixth. The second baseman, Isabella Tafoya, will take the 7 spot, along with the right fielder in the 8 spot, Brianna Lowry, and playing first base and batting ninth is Charlotte Hall. So the Governors come with Noel Kist, Nevaeh Carver, Ireland Templeton, Jenna Buckles, Micah Buffalo, Ellie Browers, Isabella Tafoya, Brenna Lowry, and Charlotte Hall. The pitcher is hitting for the Governors. That is Noel Kist batting leadoff. Head coaches for the Governors are Elizabeth Keys, and she is assisted by Jordan Eichmeyer. That's the Governor. Starting lineups brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. Let's hear from Envirotech. We'll give you the Watertown starters when we return with more Pierre Governor softball.
Envirotech makes life a little bit simpler. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what is handed to you, Envirotech has you covered. One call is all it takes to have easy setup, easy pickup, and easy payment. Call Envirotech at 224-4804 or use their website to pay your bill online at envirotechwaste.com. Use the mobile app Waste Connect. Check their website or receive a robocall for collection schedule due to weather or holidays. Envirotech has you covered.
Envirotech with the starting lineups for the visiting Watertown Arrows, coming in with a record of 6-4. They are led off by 8th grader Emmy Berglund, who will be the catcher for the Arrows. Senior Kinsley Van Gilder will follow. She'll play center field. The third hitter is the pitcher, Alexa Brown, and she is a freshman. The cleanup hitter for Watertown, the third baseman, senior Jade Lund. First baseman, Aaliyah Johnston, bats fifth, and she is a junior. Sophomore Sarita Stevenson bats sixth and plays second base. Lauren Hirsch is a sophomore playing right field. She'll bat seventh. A junior in left field is Kinsley Johnson batting eighth, and the designated player, the ninth hitter, is Elena Detman. She is a junior. In fast pitch softball, you can have a designated player that hits. Meanwhile, Watertown will have a flex player in Briella Van Dusseldorf who will play in the field in place of that designated player. Van Dusseldorf is a junior. So, Emmy Berglund, Kinsley Van Gilder, Alexa Brown, Jade Lund, Aaliyah Johnston, Sarita Stevenson, Lauren Hirsch, Kinsley Johnson, and Elena Detman. That's the starting lineup in the batting order for the Watertown Arrows. And again, their pitcher also batting, that is Alexa Brown. Watertown 6-4 is head coached by Kelly Brinka, assisted by Katie Strand. Those are the starting lineups brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. We've got another starting lineup to give to you. It's the naming of the game officials, our umpiring crew. And they're brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Consumer Protection Division. Let's hear this important message. We'll give you the guys in blue when we come back. This is Governor Softball.
Every day you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax return, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information such as bank or credit card account numbers, social security numbers, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think someone has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986.
South Dakota Attorney General's Office offering up our Law on the Field here today. The Law on the Field of the game officials, and behind home plate calling the balls and strikes will be Shane Munt, and manning the bases, Dale Farman, our game officials. Shane Munt and Dale Farman, thanks to all game officials for doing what is very oftentimes a thankless job at officiating high school sports. Our game officials brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Consumer Protection Division. We take a 3-minute break and we're back. First pitch is coming up. You're listening to Pierre Governors Softball on River 92.7, your official voice of the Govs, and River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Tackle your questions about purchasing your home with someone that has a passion for success. Hi, I'm Sean Lewis, mortgage loan officer with American Bank and Trust. Whether you're buying, building, or refinancing, I will help coach you through every step of your American dream. I will keep you informed through the entire buying process and help you find the best product for your home goals. Send me an email, give me a call, or visit me at our Pierre location and get started with your American dream. Remember, FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Pierre Regional Airport offers nonstop flights from Pierre to Denver on Denver Air Connection. From there, you can fly anywhere. 1-hour flights on 50 passenger jets with fares starting at just $99 one way. Seats are limited and restrictions apply. Check your bags through on United, American, and Delta Airlines. Avoid the crowds. Enjoy no driving and free parking when you fly from Pierre Regional Airport. Visit denverairconnection.com/Expedia to book your trip today. Skip the drive. Fly from Pierre Regional Airport.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting has quality electricians with decades of experience. They offer dependable installation for commercial and residential construction or day-to-day service. Whether you're looking for new construction or remodeling existing buildings or homes, contact your full-service electrical contractor, Nystrom Electric. Visit their website, nystromelectric.com, or call them for estimates on your next project at 605-224-8750. Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre.
Hey, Barbie Buick, how are you?
I'm running great. My owner treats me like a queen. In fact, we just got back from the Corner Station Ultimate Car Wash, and I feel terrific. I'm all shiny again.
Well, that's great. Well, my driver won't spend all day there.
But that's the best thing. I was out in no time. But what I like most is that their car wash is environmentally friendly.
Where's this place again?
It's on the corner of Pleasant and Euclid, just up the road from the train trestle.
Treat your car to the Corner Station Car Wash on Euclid and Pleasant and Pierre.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient Connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Comtech has your technology solutions. Check out their showroom located right off the truck route on Irwin Street. Come in and see what you've been missing. A large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security and telecommunication systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology needs. Wishing all athletes the best of luck in today's competition. Comtech. Come see what you've been missing.
Welcome back to Riggs Field on the corner of Jefferson Avenue and Church Street, right behind Riggs High School. I'm Brian Oakland with Caleb Brozick on site. Addie Johnson runs our show in studio, and we are ready for the first pitch on the home field for the Pierre Governors this season. First pitch is brought to you by Comtech and Pierre and Noel Kist in the area, but looks like that one missing the zone for a ball, facing the leadoff hitter, Emmy Berglund, the 8th grade catcher for Watertown. Kist rocks back, gets a big swing, or a big arm swing moving forward, and this one also missing just a little bit outside, apparently. A good eye so far for Berglund, as Kist has been right there near the zone, but not quite in just yet. The Governors in green. Swung on at a 2-0 pitch coming down the right field line, but that one missing a little bit wide as it slices foul. So that'll be a loud strike there for Emmy Berglund. We'll have a 2-1 count. Once again, Governor softball, our intentions are to bring all home games for the Govs to you this season here on River 92.7. It took a while, but after some postponements and weather outs and reschedules, here we are. Here's a swing and another dribbler foul down the third baseline. So Kist coming back after being down 2-0, working it back to a 2-2 count. And now Kist may be in the driver's seat here against Emmy Berglund. 2-2 is coming this way. It'll stay in play, but Brianna Lowry unable to run it down. Foul ball down the right field line, so Berglund making contact. You can see why she's the leadoff hitter at a young age, an 8th grader, and she plays an important position at catcher, no doubt about that. You see a lot of that in South Dakota, some young players of softball. Here's a called strike 3. Berglund watches this one go by, and Noel Kist, who was down 2-0 from the pitching standpoint, comes back and gets a backwards K in the first out here in the top of the first inning. Second batter up, misses one low by Kist. This is Kinsley Van Gilder, a senior. She is the center fielder. We will play 7 innings today. There is no time limit. There are mercy rules, however. We'll mention those in a moment. Here's a foul off the out of play up here on the right field side. And a 1-1 count here with Kist against Kinsley Van Gilder. Mercy rules if one team is up by 15 runs at the end of 3 innings or by 10 at the end of 5. The game will end a little bit early. Otherwise, we expect to see 7 innings here today. These two teams played 7 innings in their first game of the season. Watertown won in Aberdeen 7-3. The 1-1 was low, now 2-1. Kist will ride one up high, trying to rise that one up across the eyes, and it's missing high for a ball, 3-1. No score, second batter of the game. A strikeout by Kist to leadoff batter Emmy Berglund. There's a 3-1 down the pipe, and it'll run the count full. So Kist laboring already here. At about a 6 pitch at bat that she ended up getting the better end of in the first one. Now the payoff. Swung on up the middle. Ireland Templeton at short. Fields, and Van Gilder too quick as she'll outrun this one. That'll be an infield single. Templeton played it about as well as she could. Fired over to Charlie Hull, but Van Gilder beats it by a half a step. So an infield single, and Watertown has their first runner on. Arrows in purple, white numbers, gold trim. We'll watch Van Gilder. The first pitch swung on here by the number 3 hitter is a high fly to left field, and the ball is caught by Nevaeh Carber out and left. So a long out here. That ball caught right in front of the wood fence in left field here at Riggs. Left field fence is wood, but You see the center field and the right field fence, which opens up to a practice football facility. They'll use a makeshift fence here. Van Gilder fakes a steal, but only a couple of steps, and a fastball by Noel Kist misses outside. It'll be 1-0. 2 down here, top of the first with a runner on for the Arrows. Kist pulls the string on the 1-0 and misses low and inside. Now 2-0. This is the cleanup hitter, Jade Lund, a senior third baseman. Kist once again rocks and fires. Van Gilder gets a good lead, but I think Kist came back with another off-speed pitch and a swing and a miss on the 2-0. Now 2-1. Here for Noel Kist. Kist has grown up pitching in the Pierre program, and she's one of the top pitchers that Pierre has had in quite some time. This one just missing, according to Shane Mott. Now a 3-1 count to the Watertown cleanup hitter, as the Govs try to close out the top of the first and get back into the dugout for their first opportunity to hit. Kist will miss low on the 3-1 this time. That'll be a base on balls, putting a second runner on. Kinsley Van Gilder will advance to second. Now runners on first and second with 2 outs. Up steps Aaliyah Johnston, a junior, playing first base. And the first one in there for a called strike. Governor jerseys come out in green with white numbers, white sleeves, short sleeves, black pants, and the high green socks up to the knees. There's another strike in by Kist this time, now 0-2. As Johnston has come out and just try to get a bead on Noel Kist first and foremost. Now she'll have to protect the plate. 0-2. She does protect this time. Kist went low with the pitch, but this one is fought off down the third base line. Foul ball. It'll keep it 0-2. Well, some similarities, but several differences in the fast pitch game versus slow pitch, which I'm sure a lot of folks might be familiar with. We'll touch on some of those as we go along. Johnston lays off the low offering on the 0-2. Sees it go by now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fast pitch, more like baseball, where you bat 9, but there are some other rules that, again, we can touch on as we go along. Swing and a miss on the 2-2. On the 1-2, rather, and Noel Kist will fan 2 of the 3 outs in the top of the first after a half an inning. 0-0. Watertown does not score. They leave 2 on. The Governors are coming to bat. As we pause for 1 minute, and we'll come back bottom of the first here at Riggs Field. This is Pierre Governors softball.
Value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Scott Darnell with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Olson Plumbing.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Of the Watertown Arrows. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left on. There was a hit and a walk yielded by Kist in that top of the first inning. Now Kist will come up and try to lead things off. Left-handed batter against Brown, who will rock. Quick delivery here and right down the middle for her first pitch, and strike 1 to Noel Kist. Kist will see if she handles the bat as well as She mans the mound. On the pitching rubber, Brown, Kist will swing this time. Pitch looked a little bit low, but she fights it off down the third base line. Off of one of the new concrete structures in the dugouts, and that brings up another point. Great job by Athletic Director Brian Mosier and his crews to build up this Riggs Field in the second year of sanctioned high school softball. 0-2 to Noelle Kist, first batter of the game for the Governors, bottom of the first inning. She'll watch this one sail high from Brown. And a counter run to 1-2. Governors may try to work the count a little bit here, but you've got to protect right now at a 2-strike count. This one misses outside. Now 2-2. Kist, who pitches right-handed but bats left-handed. One thing you see a lot in fast-pitch softball is slap hitters, which didn't really see that from Kist. Boy, she'll swing away on the 2-2, but miss this one. Swing and a miss, and Kist goes down on strikes. So Brown bringing the heat, and she'll strike out the first batter of the game. I'm assuming that maybe it was Brown that was pitching when these two teams met for the first time. Here's Carver, and a looping base hit out into right field, and Nevaeh Carver on the first pitch will become the first base runner for the Governors. Carver ready on that one. Didn't get all of it, got under it just a little bit, but behind second base. And she hit the right spot. Over the head of Sarita Stevenson, in front of the right fielder as well. Now with a runner on, the Governors, Carver getting a big lead after the first pitch is called to strike to Ireland Templeton. Templeton, the junior shortstop for the Govs. Carver looking to get a lead. You can steal in fast pitch after the ball leaves the pitcher's hand. Brown pulls the string on this one. Templeton buckled a little bit. Carver got a good 5 or 6 step lead. And now Carver will have to protect an 0-2 hole here. Not Carver, but Templeton facing the 0-2 count. Coaches for Watertown flashing signals that are relayed, whether the pitcher is looking at them or the catcher, but the 0-2 is high and away. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, no score as of yet. We're in the bottom of the first. Beautiful day here at Riggs Field. Hardly a cloud in the sky at all. The 1-2. Swung on and missed by Templeton, and now 2 strikeouts so far for Alexa Brown. And the Governors will try to have their big bats come here and try to advance Nevaeh Carver from first base. Here comes Jenna Buckles. Buckles for the Governors. Does have a big bat, as does Micah Buffalo, standing in the on-deck circle. First pitch, swing, or a called strike to Buckles. Jenna Buckles last year hit the first home run in Governor softball history, if I remember right. And a change up here by Brown. Good pitch. The pitch, or the pickoff attempt, goes down the right field line. That's an error. Carver advances. She rounds second, heading to third, and will hit in standing. So Carver drew the throw. Catcher Berglund's attempt to pick her off down to first base goes over the head of the first baseman down the right field line. And the E2 will advance Carver all the way to third. Good speed shown by Nevaeh Carver. And now the Governors have the potential first run of the game 60 feet away. But it's 0-2 to Buckles. And she'll watch this one miss outside. That second pitch, a good changeup by Alexa Brown, but she came back with the heat. Just missed it away. Maybe up a little bit. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Buckles standing in. Brown with the delivery. And this one will be fouled away, out of play, over the Governor dugout along the first base line. Here on the first base line, Watertown in the visitors' dugout on the third base side of the field. New dugouts, a new concrete backstop, a new fence here at Riggs Field. Here's Buckles, a good swing, but straight out to center field, and the center fielder for Watertown has that one with just a few steps to move. Kinsley Van Gilder hauls it in, a line out for Jenna Buckles. The Governors get a runner to third on a hit by Carber and then an errant pickoff throw, but they will leave Carber stranded. No runs, one hit, one left on after an inning of play. We are scoreless. Pierre and Watertown here at Riggs Field. We pause for 1 minute. Second inning coming up with the Arrows. You're listening to Governor Softball.
In Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. TMA, next to the Northridge Plaza in Pierre.
Welcome back to Riggs Field in Pierre. We're underway in the top of the second inning. Sarita Stevenson, the Watertown second baseman, leading off. Already a 1-1 count. Noelle Kist with a couple of off-speed deliveries. First one was a strike, second one low. Now pitch number 3, swung on and fouled back behind the plate. 1-2 advantage to the Pierre pitcher. Both teams with one hit apiece. In the top of the first, Watertown had a walk as well, but stranded 2 runners. As Kiss struck out a pair of batters, Alexa Brown struck out 2 for the Arrows. Now a line shot down the left field line is just foul. A good piece of hitting there for Sarita Stevenson, but not a lot of it on that one. A great line drive hit, but it was just a little bit wide left. And the Governors catch a break. That one would have gone for extra bases. So still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Once again, the wind blowing from the west or the southwest. Swing and a line drive. That one's through the hole on the left side, out into left field. Played by Carber. She'll get it back into Templeton, the shortstop, but a 2-strike hit for Sarita Stevenson in the second hit of the game here for Watertown. Playing in the top of the second. Lauren Hirsch, the next batter. She's a sophomore, playing right field for Watertown. Haven't seen any steal attempts yet. Sometimes we do tend to see that a lot in fast-pitch softball. But good pitchers and good catchers are the best defense. Stevenson getting a good lead, but Kist has missed on the first 2. Pitching for the Governors. Catcher for the Govs, Ellie Browers. Something you don't see a lot, a left-handed catcher. But she's been receiving everything so far. 3-0 now as this one misses low and inside. So Kist with her first 3-0 predicament will have to work her way back now, looking for a strike. That's down the middle in the green light. Swing and a miss for Lauren Hirsch. 3-1. Kist has one of them back. Trying to get another. Stevenson will lead from first, and this one called a strike. No offering on that one. Wasn't Hirsch's pitch. Now 3-2. Nobody out yet, but we'll see if Watertown decides to send the runner here. Stevenson stays put, and this one in the dirt, received by Browers. But a hit and a walk have a threat going for the Arrows here in the top of the second inning. Kinsley Johnson will be next up. She's the 8th hitter in the lineup. Junior left fielder for Watertown. Arrows again coming in 6-4. But 2-4 in their last 6 games after starting 4-0. Kist laboring a little bit. First pitch this time, up and away. trying to paint the corners. Rock back. And this one in the zone. Right down the middle. Ball and a strike to the third hitter in the inning here in the second. Top two, Noel Kist pulls the string, but that one low. And at the feet of the batter, it'll be 2-1. Shane Munt behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Dale Farman manning the bases. There's a swing and a miss on the 2-1. Now an even count once again, as Kist battles back to a 2-2 count here. Noel in the wind again, and close but not quite. Good job of framing that one by Ellie Browers. She held it momentarily, but that one just off the outside corner. Now full count once again. Second straight batter that Kist has gone to a 3-ball count with. Here's a swing, but a foul back in the net. This is the day. This is a type of weather day that Governor Softball has been waiting for all season. I think even the road games that they have actually played, of course you had 2 games in Aberdeen to start the season. They're actually playing in a domed facility, but this is an outdoor game that we've really been waiting for this season. Another dribbler wide of third base, and the batter, Kinsley Johnson, staying alive in a full count. That'll remain. Nobody out. We're in the top of the second inning. No score. Pierre Governors softball here at River 92.7. Kist will rock and fire again, and that one also just barely fought off. That was a defensive swing, but a good job of making some kind of contact by Johnson. Watertown, good program. There's a lot of good softball, I'll tell you what, especially in the eastern part of the state. But here's a string puller and a changeup that had Johnson backing away. And this one falls in the zone, and a strikeout, and a big one for Noel Kist. First 2 runners on, but Kist gets a K here. And that'll bring up the 9-hitter, Elena Detman. And the first pitch here is good. Actually, yeah, Detman. I was thinking Detterman, but it is Elena Detman. First pitch is in. 9th hitter in the order. Kist and the Govs would definitely like to retire this one. Here's a foul back and out of play. Off to the right side. So a good start here to the 9-hitter. Only 1 out, though. Top of the order, Emmy Berglund stands in the on-deck circle. 1 out, 0-2 for Kist. And that one swung on and missed. A hit and a walk for Watertown here in the top of the second. First 2 runners were on, but they stay at first and second now. Sarita Stevenson at second, Lauren Hirsch at first. Kist fanning the 8 and 9 hitters. Now it is Berglund, the top of the order. Stevenson a big lead off a second this time, but this one just out of the zone. And Kist will work with a 1-0 count. Outfielders straight away, but deep. Here's Berglund, and she fists this one off on the first base side foul. Hard to know how deep to play some of these hitters. Berglund is not big in stature, and she is young, just an 8th grader, but she handles the bat obviously very well. As a leadoff hitter, she does get a charge into this one out to center field, and Buckles cannot make the play. That one's off of her glove. Buckles, as Watertown will score 2, Berglund will go all the way to third. And whether that's a hit or an error, Jenna Buckles, I think, was worried about where the center field fence was, but that one off of her glove, and 2 runs will score. A 2 out, we'll call it a triple for the time being, for Emmy Berglund. Just as we were talking about how deep the outfielders should be for the top of the order, well, they were plenty deep, but Buckles unfortunately unable to make the play. Watertown takes a 2-0 lead here in the top of the second inning. Kist will come back against Kinsley Van Gilder. Swing and a miss on the first one. Now the 0-1 delivered and below the knees for ball one. So Kist, who has struck out 2 in the inning, will try for one more, perhaps. The 1-1 off speed. Brewers makes the pick, and it is 2-1. A tough break for the Govs here. Key to success was trying to get the home field advantage. I think that meant, among other things, keep Watertown off the board and at least strike first for Pierre. That won't happen, as Watertown has a couple across. Now 3-1. Kist will try one more. And this one's a line drive out into right center field. That'll score a 3rd run of the inning. Buckles will run it down, deliver back to the second baseman as the cutoff, but a good job of hitting there for Kinsley Van Gilder. And the Arrows advance their lead to 3-0, or 3-0. 3rd hit in the inning, 3rd run to score. So here's the pitcher, Alexa Brown, with an opportunity to help her own cause, as she has been helped certainly by, in particular, the 6 and 7 hitters plus the 1 and 2 hitters now. As Watertown rolled the lineup over. The 1-0 swung on. This one is a high foul down the left field line. Out of play. Count will leave it at 1-1. Boy, as cool as it was this morning, I got to say, it's quite warm right here now at Riggs Field. Feels great to be playing ball. 1-1. Count from Kist to the hitter, Alexa Brown. She swings through this one, actually fouls it back off the screen. Now 1-2. A lot of pitches here for Noelle Kist in this second inning. The pitches that Watertown has not put in play, they have fouled off a number of them. They won't foul this one off. That's a swing and a miss. And the pitcher strikes out the pitcher. Noelle Kist strikes out the side, but in the meantime, 3 hits and a walk. 3 runs put across by the Arrows, and 1 runner left on. An inning and a half, it's 3-0. Arrows will pause for 1 minute, and the Governors will try it again in the bottom of second when we come back with more Pierre Governors softball.
And much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at GrahamTire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Jan Bussey Ford & Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Riggs Field underway in the bottom of the second inning. A first pitch offering to Micah Buffalo, the Governor third baseman, but she dribbles one in front of the pitcher's rubber. And the pitcher, Alexa Brown, will make the play. Throw over to first. 1 pitch and 1 out so far. Governors now trailing 3-0. Watertown puts 3 across on 3 hits or 2 hits and an error. There was a bit of a misplay in center field, but a tough play by Jenna Buckles, and I'm kind of giving Jenna the benefit of the doubt. But a 2-run triple by Emmy Berglund, the big hit in the inning. First pitch foul, second pitch, good hot shot, but a nice pick at third base, and Ellie Browers will be retired by Jade Lund on a 5-3 putout. So a couple of ground outs here for the Governors in their attempt to respond after the 3-run top half of the inning by Watertown. So far 0 for 2. Now Isabella Tafoya, the batter. 7th in the order. She plays second base. Brown struck out to end the threat that last inning, but comes back firing. Tafoya backs away from the second pitch. Now 2-0 as that one stays inside. So a 2-0 coming here for Brown. And Tafoya swings and misses on the 2-0. Got her pitch, but just unable to make contact. So 2-1. Pitching windup by Brown, very quick on her rock back. She comes back forward much quicker than Noelle Kist of the Governors by comparison. 2-1 is high. Tafoya not a tall, not a big strike zone in there, but the 3-1 came quickly. Tafoya fouls it off. Into the screen off the right side behind home plate. Now a full count. As Tafoya will have to go in protect mode. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the second. And the payoff is fouled as Tafoya kept her hands back just enough on the off-speed pitch to get a small piece of it. So another 3-2 coming here. Brown does look like she's catching the signals from what pitch their coach wants her to throw. Here's a strike down the middle. And Tafoya caught looking. 3 up, 3 down for the Governors, 2 in the books. And on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, it is Watertown 3 and the Governors nothing. As we pause for 1 minute, back to the top of the third next. You're listening to Pierre Governors Softball.
Passing low overhead savings on and providing a Ford certified service department, fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford in Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Stay in a Back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union press box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
For all kids, your family fun center, the Lariat Lanes on the truck bypass in Pierre. Back in Pierre at Riggs Field, out behind Riggs High School. Watertown leading the Governors here. Pierre softball 3-0. The Arrows with 3 runs in the second, looking to add to it now with their 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up here in the top of the third. Noelle Kist missing on the first 2. Cleanup hitter Jade Lund in the box. She walked in her first at bat. And the 2-0 here is a line drive out to Buckles, and Jenna ranges over to her right and hauls this one in. That shot was hit hard by Jade Lund, but a line out to the center fielder. Buckles ranged over and got that one to her right, but again the big hit in the second inning sent Buckles back toward the fence, and I think Jenna got a little bit leery of where that fence actually was, and she wasn't able to haul one in. She'll get another crack at this one here, but into the gap in left center. This one will fall for Aaliyah Johnston, the first baseman. That'll be a stand-up double, as Nevaeh Carber was the one who got to it first in the Governor outfield. And she delivers it back in to the middle infield. Hot shot double here. Watertown swinging good bats so far. That's hit number 5. So far, we're in the top of the third. Here's a pop-up in the infield, and the Governors make the mistake of miscommunication. The second and the first baseman, Tafoya and Hull, miscommunicate. And that'll be an error by the Governor infield that will put the batter Stevenson all the way to second, as Johnston, the runner from second base, advances to third. So a misplay here for the Governors. Obviously, somebody's got to take charge on that. Normally, that would be probably the middle infielder, but it looked like a longer run for Tafoya at the same time. Either one of them certainly could have had that play, however. Now, squaring to bunt is the hitter, Lauren Hirsch, with runners on second and third. This one fouled back and an 0-1 count. So a big threat for the Arrows. Swing and a miss this time as Kiss changes one up a little bit. Now an 0-2 advantage for Noel. Watertown had an early threat in the second. Kiss came back with 2 runners on and struck out 2 batters in a row, but with 2 outs, the Arrows still plated 3 runs. The 0-2 just missing. 1-2, here comes Kist again. And enough contact here to second base. Tafoya makes the play. The Arrows do not run, and now getting back to second base is Stevenson. Meanwhile, Alea Johnston will make her move and score. Johnston did not break on that play. It was a ground ball to second base. Tafoya makes the play. But then as the runner from second, Stevenson, got caught off the base too much. Charlie Hull tried to pick her off at 2. However, the tag was not applied, or it was very late. The ball got there plenty early, but the tag was just a little too late. Now a foul off here as Kinsley Johnson swings and will collect strike 1. So the Govs probably should be out of the inning by now, but still 2 outs and another run in for the Arrows, and they lead 4-0. Johnson watches this one go by her shoe tops, low and in for a 1-1 count now. An unearned run this time for Kist. Good shot here, and that will get into center field. A ground ball single. Buckles. Throw comes inside, and as Johnson is able to advance another base because the throw missed the cut, Kiss tries to toss back to the base. That goes into the outfield once again, but the runner will hold at second this time. So an RBI single for Kinsley Johnson. And Stevenson will score from second base. 5-0 Watertown now. Trip to the mound here for Coach Elizabeth Keys. Governor defense starting to fail them just a little bit, but you got to give credit to the Watertown bats. They are putting balls in play. Kiss struck out 2 batters in each of the first 2 innings. But Watertown, actually 5 batters. She did strike out the side in the 3rd inning, but Watertown is putting the ball in play, and they're starting to hit the ball hard on just about every occasion. 5th hitter in this inning, Elena Detman. Ball 1 is low. Kissed back at it after the visit to the mound. This one at the knees for strike 1. 2 runs in for Watertown, both unearned. Next one for Kiss is that one on a hop, covered up by Brewers. Count will run to 2-1 now. Up to the Governor defense to stay focused here despite some mistakes that have allowed Watertown to pick up another couple of runs here in the 3rd. Foul ball wide of 3rd this time. Count evens up at 2-2. Runner on second is Kinsley Johnson with an RBI single, advancing on a throw. Kissed on the 2-2. Bounces this one in. Again, Brewers with a clean pick. Keeping Johnson at 2. Now a full count, however, to the number 9 hitter in the Watertown lineup. Elena Detman, the defensive player. Hot shot this time, actually right off the end of the bat, right back to Kist, and she'll make the play to first, Charlie Hull. 2 more runs in for the Arrows on 2 hits. There was an error And Watertown leaves one on at the end of 2.5. It's Watertown 5. The Governors nothing as we pause for 1 minute. We go to the bottom of the third. Pierre in need of some runs when we return with more Governors softball.
Black Hills Vacation Home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at DancingSky.com.
Refined design, remarkable capabilities. The Ford Edge at Capital City Ford delivers everyone and everything in style and comfort. Bold and aggressive on the outside, lavish with lots of tech on the inside. This SUV does a whole lot more than haul groceries. Travel with confidence when purchasing your all-new Ford Edge from Capital City Ford. And for a limited time, qualified buyers can purchase at 1.98.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Back at Riggs Field, beautiful Monday afternoon, rescheduled game for the first home game scheduled of the season. It still is the first home game for Pierre. But as they bat in the bottom of the third inning now, the 8-9-1 hitters coming up. Governors find themselves down 5-0. Brianna Lowry starting things up. Swinging a miss on the first one. Second one goes by for a ball. Third one also is outside. And a little bit high, now 2-1 to Brianna Lowry, the right fielder for Pierre. Watertown ended the inning with their number 9 hitter. Grounding out, pitcher to first. Here's Lowry with a hot shot, but another good pick by Jade Lund, but her throw is wide. First baseman will run it down. Lowry heading for second base. She'll come in as that throw is a little bit high. Good backup by the shortstop to keep it in play. But this will be an error that puts Lowry on. She'll advance on that error. I don't think she would have beaten the play out, so I think the error is, we're going to give her an E5 on that one. But the Governors needed a leadoff hitter, or leadoff base runner, and they've got it. Charlie Hall, the 9 hitter, squares to bunt to try to move the runner. Small piece of it here, foul ball is called. It's the first time we've really seen actual motion by the defense on a squaring of a bunt. We'll see if Hall does the same. She keeps the bat on her shoulder this time and dances away from a pitch in the dirt. 1-1. Hall looking for the 1-1 here from Brown. Again, that quick delivery or quick motion. It's a full windup and coming through, but just kind of a quick rock. But now, Alexa Brown missing again, and we've got a 2-1 count. This time, Hall puts it in play to the shortstop. It's booted, and Hall will reach on an error by the shortstop. Runner advancing to third, that is Lowry. She'll get back as the throw did come back. The shortstop, Van Dusseldorf, came up on it just a little bit, and a pair of Watertown errors helping the Governor cause nobody out. Now runners on first and third, and Pierre rolls their lineup over finally to the top of the order. I was going to mention earlier, Watertown through 3 innings has gone through their full lineup twice. The Governors just now with Noelle Kiss, the leadoff hitter, coming up top. And with runners on first and third, a strike is called. Kiss squared around, showed bunt, but pulled it back to allow Charlie Hall to advance from first to second on a stolen base. Watertown's defense did not make a play. Here's Kist out to left field, going the opposite way, and we've got an RBI hit for Noelle Kist as it falls in front of the left fielder, Kinsley Johnson. So the Governors are on the board for the first time here as they try to respond to a 5-0 deficit. An RBI single for the pitcher, Noelle Kist. The Governors with 3 base runners and nobody out. as of yet. Nevaeh Carber, the hitter, and a foul ball here. She squared to bunt, but had to duck away from it. Apparently not able to get the ball or the bat out of the way. Carber singled to right field in her first at bat. Watertown is going to have a meeting of the infielders here at the pitcher's slab. Meanwhile, Carber goes over to talk to Coach Elizabeth Keys. Last year she was Elizabeth Anderson. Now Elizabeth Keys. Jevon's a lucky guy. Gotten to know Elizabeth here over the last year or so. 0-1 now. Conference is done. Governors with runners on first and third, nobody out, trailing 5-1 here in the bottom of the third, and Kist will take off for second again. Defensive indifference, essentially. And this pitch is called a strike. So 0-2 now for Carber. Need to protect, and a good job in the pitch here. Change up and a swing and a miss as Carber got caught out in front of that one. So the first out at the bottom of the third here for Pierre. We still have Charlie Hull at third, Noelle Kist at second base. Leadoff hitter Brianna Lowry has scored the first run of the game for Pierre. Here's a soft liner behind first base and a good play ranging over. Sarita Stevenson, who got a glove on it, bobbled it, actually bobbled it twice, but was able to catch the ball. That'll be a soft line out by Ireland Templeton for the second out of the inning.
South Dakota, with a great selection of new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep vehicles, and a large selection of quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. View their entire inventory at WegnerAuto.com. Experience the Wegner Auto difference for yourself by letting them help you with your next set of wheels. Wegner Auto Company in Pierre.
Back at Riggs Field, might have had a technical difficulty there, but 1-1 the count here. The Governors with a run in, but 2 outs now. Soft liner behind first base with Sarita Stevenson, the second baseman, ranging over and making the play for Watertown. And the Governors have Jenna Buckles at the plate. A 1-1 pitch, rather. Taken high and inside. Now 2-1. Big opportunity for the Governors. They do not want to leave these two runners stranded. Buckles will swing through a chest-high pitch. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Govs were helped by a couple of Watertown errors, but their first 3 runners reached. 2 errors and a Noelle Kist RBI single. But now 2 outs. Buckles will swing and bounce one foul just over to the third base side. Count at 2-2. Buckles a good hitter, but did fly out to left in her first at bat to end the first inning. Here comes the 2-2 from Alexa Brown. Buckles swings and misses. The inning is over. The Governors are on the board for the first time, but on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard as they get 1 run on 1 hit, a pair of errors, and 2 runners left. Gales Gas Service scoreboard has Watertown leading at the end of 3, 5-1, leading the Pierre Governors. Back in 1 minute. Inning number 4 is next. You're listening to Pierre Governor Softball.
Smart Grocery Shop.
APR for 72 months. Check out the full vehicle lineup at CapitalCityFord.com. Capital City Ford in Pierre, South Dakota.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
The word cooperative means
Welcome back to the Oahe
for
Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
FDIC.
Back at Riggs Field, we go to the fourth inning. The Governors scratched through their first run of the game in the bottom of the third, but they stranded 2 runners in scoring position. Now a 5-1 lead for Watertown as they bring the top of their order, and a grounder to short is a ground out for Emmy Berglund to start our fourth inning of play. Ireland Templeton making a nice play on this one, knowing the speed of Berglund, which you usually have in the top of the order. Berglund 1 for 3, had a 2-run triple in her previous at bat, but top of the fourth with the top of the lineup starting for Watertown with the first out of the inning registered. 3 runs in the second, 2 more in the third for Watertown. An unearned run for Pierre in the bottom of the third inning. Noel Kist still on the rubber, but missing this one just a little bit wide. And a 1-1 count here to the second batter of the inning. Nice hit out here to center field. Buckles ranging over, can't get to it. And the batter, ranging over to second base. Actually making the turn is Kinsley Van Gilder. She didn't quit, and Buckles' throw looked like it was coming in, but it was cut off by Tafoya. That might have been just a little bit off the line. Maybe Templeton told her to cut it off. From our vantage point, it looked maybe like that one, had it gone all the way through, would have gone down Van Gilder trying to stretch a single into a double. But another good piece of hitting for Watertown. They've had runners on in every inning so far here in the fourth, leading 5-1 with 1 down. First one from Kist misses high and wide. The pitcher, Alexa Brown, swings. Boy, she golfs this one on a line drive out to left field, but this one is foul. Another example of how you can be impressed by the way Watertown hits the softball, because that was a tough pitch to hit. Low and in, it looked like. But Alexa Brown still went down and got a lot of it and hit a hard line drive. Now she'll foul one away here over the Pierre dugout. And Kist will take the advantage at a ball and 2 strikes here. 1 down for the Arrows, but a runner on as Kinsley Van Gilder roped a double into right center field. Kist again, fouled off this time of the 1-2 as Alexa Brown stays alive. Governors took a while to get a home game, but they will be busy at home if the weather holds out here in the next week and a half. Fly ball this time on the 1-2, out to Carber in left field. A one-handed grab is made. Van Gilder tags and will head to third, and she'll be in safely as Micah Buffalo will take the Carber throw. The fly out, the most important one there, though, that is out number 2. Watertown trying to add an insurance run here in the fourth. Playing 7 innings unless a mercy rule applies. We're not even close to that yet, however. Jade Lund, the hitter, and she'll swing and miss. She hit a line out her last at bat to Jenna Buckles in center field. Another good pitch here by Kist, but it misses maybe just a little bit low. It'll be 1-1. So Van Gilder at third, Watertown on top, 5-1. We've got 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Kist keeps this one down, but it misses. Low and inside, 2-1. And a tough hitter here with Jade Lund at the plate. You certainly don't want to make a mistake. This is another good rope out into center field. Buckles ranging back, can't make the play. The second time she's missed one. Maybe short of the fence. Jade Lund going all the way to third. Would have been a close play, but the play not made. And an RBI hit for Lund that'll put her at third base. And again, I know Jenna Buckles. I know that she knows that she can probably make these plays, but Just hasn't been her day so far. Now 6-1, Watertown. And the next one up, Charlie Lund will make a play on a grounder by Aaliyah Johnson to the first base. That's unassisted. Watertown will add another run, and they'll take a 6-1 lead to the bottom of the fourth inning. 1 run in, 2 hits for the Arrows, both of extra bases. We'll go to the fourth as the Govs trail 6-1. We're back in a minute. Pierre Governors softball.
Common purpose. At Actegra Cooperative, we are dedicated to supporting the success of our farmers and the health of our communities for generations to come. Rooted in our communities, Actegra strives to instill dedication, determination, and integrity in everything we do. And that includes inspiring the next generation of agricultural leaders.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website dimmickdairy.com or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
All this. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Beautiful Monday afternoon for ball, and Micah Buffalo will lead things off for the Governors in the bottom of the fourth inning. And Dusseldorf will range over to her left at short and make the play, and a nice pick by the first baseman, Johnston. On the throw that came in low, but a 6-3 putout will retire Buffalo. She's 0 for 2. Hit a comebacker to the mound last time. Here in the bottom of the fourth, Watertown now leading 6-1. They beat the Govs 7-3 in the first game of the season under the cover of the dome up in Aberdeen. Aberdeen will host the state tournament this year, but that will be outdoors in the Northern State outdoor field. Grounder to the first baseman, and Stevenson, the second baseman, covers, and a good play here that'll retire Ellie Browers on a 3-4 putout. Smart play by Stevenson. The pitcher wasn't going to get over on this one. Johnston, the first baseman, had to come and get the grounder without any chance of trying to tag out Browers. So Watertown's defense doing a good job here. Tafoya bats for the Governors. Isabella Tafoya swinging, fouling the first pitch here in the bottom of the fourth. Of her at bat in the bottom of the fourth, I should say. 2 down so far. Tafoya, contact again, but a weak foul to the first base dugout. And now Isabella will be in an 0-2 hole. Alexa Brown maybe getting a little bit stronger, certainly here in this bottom of the fourth inning, after the Governors put 3 runners on with a run scored in the third inning. The 0-2 is low. Tafoya with a good eye. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We noticed a little bit. There's not a lot of wind, but it has changed some. It was blowing in from right field. High here on 1 and 2. That wind from right field was blowing Caleb Brozik's hair right into his face, but now it kind of blows it away. Fabio's looking a little more like a shampoo commercial now. Swinging a foul as Tafoya stays alive again. It's 2-2. 2 up, 2 down so far for the Governors, though, here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 6-1, and if you think about it, you could make a case of how this game could very well be scoreless. Not sure how the game is being officially ruled on some of these plays, but I tend to give some people the benefit of the doubt sometimes. But again, the Governors have made or have not made some plays. Close pitch makes it 3-2. Now Tafoya with a slow roller to second base. Ball is bobbled at first. Another good play by Sarita Stevenson, but Johnston unable to haul it in and keep this one alive. So the Governors get a gift base runner. We'll go E3 on this one. That'll bring up Brianna Lowry. She scored the first and only run of the game for the Govs to lead off after leading off the third inning. This one's a swing and a foul to the third base area in front of the Watertown dugout. And Jade Lund is unable to bring this one in. Got a glove on it. Talking about Watertown's defense, they certainly have had good offense today, but a few errors for the Purple as well. Helped the Governors score one. A misplay puts Tafoya on, and now a play that could have or should have been made here on a foul in front of the Arrow dugout, but Lund obviously unsure of her surroundings on that last play. Fastball high and away. Now 1-1 here to Lowry. Making contact this time, but a foul away. Behind the plate, over the backstop, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So protect mode coming here for Lowry. Alexa Brown continuing to change speeds and mix things up a bit. Lowry will swing on a reach and miss this one. Strikeout will end the inning. That's 4 complete, and Watertown will take a 6-1 lead to the 5th. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on for the Governors. They trail 6-1 in the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. We go to the 5th after a minute away. You're listening to Pierre Governor Softball.
This week, you can stop in at any one of their 9 Grossenberg locations and check out the new John Deere tractor and Z-Track style mowers during their lawnmower demo week. Grossenberg sales staff will take the time to find the right equipment for your mowing needs. Partner up with Grossenberg Implement and get your butt in the seat this week. Don't miss out on their lawnmower demo week, Monday through Friday at all 9 Grossenberg locations across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming. Grossenberg Implement, serving you since 1937.
Titan Machinery is actively hiring service technicians to our Case IH team in Highmore, Miller, and Pierre. Whether you are an experienced technician or looking to start your career, Titan has a spot for you. Earn a competitive pay with the potential to make upwards of 6 figures. Titan Machinery offers company HSA and 401k contributions, free single health care, and a generous tool allowance. For more information, log into titanmachinery.com/careers or contact Titan Machinery, your Case IH dealer, at 701-356-0130.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Sarita Stevenson will pop one up in the infield. Play made by Ireland Templeton at short. 1 pitch, 1 out. This time for Noelle Kist and the Governor defense. Second pitch swung on. Slow roller to Micah Buffalo, but she's playing shallow. And Lauren Hirsch is retired on a 5-3 put out. So Buffalo coming in and making a nice play. Charlie Hull with a good receive on the other end. At first, Kinsley Johnson, who had an RBI hit in her last at bat, is next up. It won't be 3 pitches and 3 outs here. Close pitch, but missing outside is Kist. Johnson 1 for 2, the left fielder for the Arrows. Kist rocking back. Second one's in play. Ireland Templeton deep in the hole, but a hot shot over to first in a 4-pitch inning. I would say exactly what the Governors needed. No runs, no hits, no errors this time. Pierre trails 6-1. Coming to bat in the 5th. We're halfway through. This should be stretch time. Let's call it our Ameriprise Financial halftime break, and you're listening to Pierre Governor Softball. We'll be back in 1 minute.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
The Fieldhouse in Pierre is your premier spot to watch all the sports, from your local Govs and Lady Govs, as well as Buffs and Lady Buffs, all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages. Between the action, be sure to check out the unique and plentiful memorabilia throughout the building. We can't wait for you to come in and watch the games with us broadcast on liveticket.tv. The Fieldhouse in Pierre.
The Corners. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Bottom of the fifth inning, Charlie Hull, the number 9 hitter for the Governors, on a first pitch, ground out to the second baseman, Sarita Stevenson. Shuffled over to Johnston for the putout. On the underhand, 1 out so far here for the Governors, and the Govs will roll the lineup over. Noelle Kist on a 1-hopper to third, going the opposite way as she did last time for a base hit to left, but this time Jade Lund will make the play in the 5-3 put out. Now the Govs have 2 up and 2 down on just 3 pitches by Alexa Brown. 6-1, Watertown leading. Here's Nevaeh Carber, the left-hander, trying to shuffle up and slap one the opposite way, but that's off the end of the bat, and it'll go foul. Something that can be a lot of fun to watch in fast pitch, especially speedy left-handed hitters. Carber coming up, but not offering at this one, and it is through for a called strike. Now 0-2. 3 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth for Watertown. The Governors got 1 in the third themselves, and now Carber swings, and a foul ball this time. I really couldn't tell if she swung and missed or got a piece of that one. Actually thought the catcher initially had caught it, but it was not, and it's ruled a foul. Still 0-2. And Carber continuing to shuffle up to it. She'll put one in play, but it's to the pitcher. Speedy Carber is retired, however, by a half a step. That's not yeah, it is Nevaeh Carber, number 24. So 3 up and 3 down this time for the Governors. And we're through 5. It's 6-1.
6266, or reserve your next camping spot online at BriggsRVPark.com. Make Riverview RV Park your home away from home experience.
John Hoffman Electric is your
for the first out. Detman 0 for 3. A couple of ground outs and a strikeout, but now rolling the line out. 2 up, 2 down for Kist and the Govs. Kinsley Van Gilder, who has been probably the most dangerous hitter, or at least somebody who's done something positive every time she's batted today, comes up again. She is 3 for 3. She singled in the first, delivered an RBI single in the second, and doubled and scored in the third. First pitch missing, second pitch down the middle. 1-1 here with an out so far. Here in the top of the 6th. Kist on the 1-1 as Broers reaches inside to take this one. Now 2-1. Give you a station break momentarily, but you're listening to Pierre Governors Softball, your official voice of the Governors. River 92.7, our first home game of the season. Now another dribbler. Buffalo delivers once again, and another 3 up, 3 down inning. Both teams playing well defensively here in the last inning and a half. It is 6-1. We pause for a minute. The Governors running out of outs, though, will come up to bat in the bottom of the 6th, trailing by 5. This is Pierre Governors Softball, River 92.7 at drgnews.com.
For neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technology, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
First pitch sends one the opposite way, but right at the first baseman, Aaliyah Johnston, who makes the play, turns around, steps on first, and Templeton retired on a pitch. Tough game for Ireland so far. Now Jenna Buckles, who swings and fouls, an 0 for 2 day going so far for Buckles. Station break here. You're listening to Pierre Governors Softball.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. River 92.7, KGFX FM, and K296FI Pierre. Arrive alive. Don't text and drive.
Jenna Buckles on an 0-1 delivery made contact, but just a soft liner back to the pitcher. As Alexa Brown makes the catch, Buckles had a bit of an uppercut swing on that, but it's one of the hard things I find about fast pitch. As Micah Buffalo swings, you either make real solid contact or you make hardly any contact at all, it seems. And unless you barrel up a pitch, fast pitch pitchers, they can hit their spots, but they can almost control, it seems, just exactly where you hit the ball on the bat, whether it's off the end of the bat or off more of the handle. It's not easy to make solid contact, and that's one thing Watertown has done a better job of, no doubt about it, here today. They lead 6-1 here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Buffalo fouled the first pitch off, has to duck under the second offering, now 1-1. Micah, a good hitting left-handed batter. Third baseman, multi-sport athlete. Hockey fans will know her as a good player for the Lady Capitals. 2-1, 3-1 now as Brown misses low and away. So the Governors, who have had some quick at-bats in the fifth and now so far here in the sixth, I would think maybe need to value some at-bats, maybe try working the count a little bit. That's what Buffalo's been able to do here, but she'll be late on the 3-1 offering. Swing through, and now a full count for Micah Buffalo. Trying to get something going with 2 down here in the bottom of the sixth. Playing 7 innings here at Riggs. Buffalo will fight one off. That's a good job battling off a tough pitch. Reached for it. It was low and away. And the count remains 3-2. There was a kid who ran down that foul ball. He comes back down the hill and he must have tripped over a mud clod or something. He took a header. But Buffalo, good swing, level, but through. And swinging and missing on strike 3. So the Governors for the second inning in a row go 0 for 3. And we'll go to the 7th on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. Watertown 6, Pierre 1. A minute away, and we're back with more Governors Softball.
Why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
Hey, hold the ladder! Hold the ladder!
Yeah, that hurt. And there are epic moments.
Slide! College! Class of 1995!
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/.
Our first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
However, the runner, Alexa Brown, tried to make it to second, realized she wasn't going to be able to. Carver picks up the ball, delivers then to Ireland Templeton and on to Charlie Hull. And the runner, Brown, is ruled out. So a 7.63 put out. Carver overran the high fly ball, in fact, with her speed. I didn't think she was going to get there, but she did after taking a first step or two back. So a big out here for the Governors. Now Buckles will get another chance with a fly to center, and this one will retire Jade Lund. So another out on a fly out to Jenna Buckles. Big bat there, retired by the Governors, is Lund, who has had a triple out to center field, but is 1 for 3. Another hot shot. This one will find its way through the middle of the infield. This will be a base hit for Johnston. Buckles delivers back to Tafoya at second base. Watertown with their first hit since the 4th inning. Second hit of the day for Johnston. She had a double and scored in the 3rd inning. Now Sarita Stevenson, the second baseman, with 2 outs. Kist still in there at pitcher. Softball, unlike baseball, you really don't have pitching limits. And Stevenson will line a base hit to left center. Buckles will go all the way to third. But Johnston will slide in safe at 3. And a good call by the officials. Stevenson will advance on the throw. Boy, Jenna Buckles had quite a throw. But it did come in a little bit late, and unfortunately for the Govs, Stevenson advancing on the throw after a single. Now runners at second and third suddenly for Watertown after the first 2 runners were retired. First 2 hitters retired. Hitting here is Lauren Hirsch. She walked and scored in the 2nd inning, otherwise 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts to second and third. Kist, as this one fouled off. The one heads up the hill behind home plate. Ball and a strike here, top of the 7th, final inning. Barring a comeback by the Governors, it would send us to extra innings. Kist delivers, and this one is lined out into right center field. It'll score 2. Buckles throws into second base, but a 2-run single for Lauren Hirsch. And that, with the 3rd straight hit for Watertown, all with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning, could essentially put this game on ice. Watertown leads 8-1. Beat the Governors 7-3 earlier in the season. Pierre 2-5. Watertown trying to break a little 2-game skid. Looking to improve to 7-4. Foul ball on the first pitch to Kinsley Johnson. Second one is a little bit low. We've got a ball and a strike. Johnson delivered a run with a single up the middle in the 3rd inning. 1 for 3. Hot shot here. Ireland Templeton goes to first. Good recognition there for Ireland as that runner going to second was there already. But a 6-3 putout will retire the side, and the Governors will be down to their last at bat. 2 runs for Watertown on 3 hits and a runner stranded. It is 8-1. You're going to need a big one when we come back for the bottom of the 7th. You're listening to Pierre Governors Softball. Let's take a minute break here.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy, exceptional care.
Business technology.
knowledge.
For over
The Toyota truck
years,
family
Bank
outlast
West
and
has
outlive
earned
every
long-term
adventure.
customer
The Toyota
relationships
Tundra
by
is large and in
continually
charge
adapting
with
to current
exceptional
customer
performance,
needs
making the
while
powerhouse
never losing
ultra
touch
capable
with
for
its South
practically
Dakota
any
roots.
task.
With
The
all our
Tundra
branches
delivers
and our
proper
corporate
performance with a
offices
twin-turbo
firmly
V6
rooted in
engine
South
and
Dakota,
10-speed
you can
automatic
count on
transmission
Bank
for when
West
the
for
going gets
solutions
rough.
and
Whether
service
you're
backed
conquering
by
off-road trails or
hometown
hauling the weight of the
values.
world,
We've
the
been
Toyota
there
Tundra
and
at
we'll
Capital
be
City
there.
Toyota is
Bank
offering
West.
great APR rates as low as
Connected,
2.25% for 36 months,
to
with
the
other
Milwaukee
specials up to
Federal
72
Credit
months for
Union press
qualified
box.
buyers.
Milwaukee
Contact the sales
Federal Credit
professional
Union,
at Capital
where
City
people are worth
Toyota
more
today.
than money.
To the bottom of the 7th we go, and the Governors down to their last at-bat. They trail 8-1. Watertown putting a couple of runs across. They've been hitting the ball well for most of this game. Governors got them in order in the 5th and 6th innings, but 3 singles, all with 2 outs, plating 2 runs. And Watertown's lead has grown to 8-1. Ellie Browers, the catcher, leading off here in the bottom of 7. To be followed by Tafoya and Lowry. Strike 1 on the first offering and then 0-2, but Browers lets one go by. That's high and away. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Alexa Brown. As Noel Kiss got the Governors, or the Arrows, in order. Alexa Brown's been doing well also. But here's a single up the middle for Ellie Browers as she'll find her way on a leadoff hit. And the Governors will try to mount some kind of a rally here in the bottom of the 7th. That's just the 3rd hit unofficially for the Governors. Watertown has committed 4 errors, 3 of them on batted balls that have allowed some more Governor runners to reach. Browers speeds to second. Isabella Tafoya lays a bunt down, but that one will go foul just wide of the first base line. Sometimes in fast pitch, you want to get some bunts down. Sometimes what that does is causes chaos, but Watertown defensively has played mostly a pretty good ball game. Sure, they've had their misplays that have helped the Governor cause, but Alexa Brown has minimized the damage from the pitching spot a little more than the Governors have been able to do as well. 2-1 now. Tafoya sees a couple miss. 2-1 the count. Nobody out so far. Bottom of the 7th, but Watertown just trying to get 1 out at a time to close out what could be their 7th win of the season. Tafoya with a swing and a miss. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Governors go to Mitchell tomorrow for their next action to make up a game that was originally scheduled for this past Friday. Another one out of the zone, high and away. Tafoya's count has gone full now against Alexa Brown, 3-2. And this one is ruled high, and that'll be ball 4. Watertown wanted that one, won't get it. Tafoya looked like she ducked away or under it just a little bit, but the Governors have their first 2 runners on here in the bottom of the 7th. Governors haven't done a lot of walking today. In fact, looking over my score sheet, that's the first time that they have been issued a base on balls by Alexa Brown. We've got a pitchers conference. We should call this a timeout in softball. Mound visit. Timeouts and Governor broadcasts on River 92.7, brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling. It's turned into a real nice day for a Coke. Might have a pitching change in here. Center fielder is going to come in and take the ball, and that is Kinsley Van Gilder, who will look to close this one out. So with a pitching change, we've got a break in the action. Let's take a minute timeout. The Governors trailing 8-1. We'll be back. They've got 2 on, nobody out. Bottom of the 7th, 1 minute. And we're back with more Pierre Governors softball.
Living with less pain means living at your best. But an action-packed life can wear your body down. Avera Orthopedics keeps you moving with total joint replacements for pain you don't have to live with. Find relief with the region's largest orthopedic physician team of specialized surgeons. so you can keep moving forward. Avera, moving health forward. Learn more at avera.org/totaljoint.
Have you found yourself worrying about inflation and market volatility? Considering what should I do? Can I do anything? Am I going to be okay? The Ranky Gray team has been coaching their clients through these tumultuous times for over 35 years. Let us discover what easy, time-tested adjustments can be made for you. For a free second opinion, our team can be reached at 605-224-5959. Let's start today.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Pitching change here for the Arrows once again as they lead 8-1, but it's Kinsley Van Gilder on to try to close things out for Watertown. Bottom of the 7th, the Governors' first 2 runners on. Van Gilder's first pitch delivered to Brianna Lowry was out of the zone, but the second one swung on and fouled wide of third base. And a 1-1 count. Van Gilder comes in from center field. Pitcher Alexa Brown goes to second base, and Sarita Stevenson has taken Van Gilder's place from second base out into center field now. 1-1, Van Gilder. Lowry swings, and this one just wide foul of third base again. Jade Lund was standing right on the baseline, reached across, couldn't make the play. Lowry with a couple of good swings. But the only way you're going to get one past Lund to her right is if it is going to be foul. Here's a changeup by Van Gilder. It floats up high. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the Governors, they've had some misplays that added to Watertown's scoring output today, but Watertown's made good contact for most of this game. And a major reason why they lead 8-1, but they, in the effort to get one out at a time here, are off to a slow start in the bottom of the 7th. High pitch on the 2-2 was sent it to a full count, but now a swing and a miss by Lowry. And the first out of the 7th inning is recorded by relief pitcher Kinsley Van Gilder. 1 down for the Govs. And the number 9 hitter in the order, Charlotte Hull, the Governor first baseman. Van Gilder sends one up high. Pier 2 and 5 coming in, but just trying to improve and play a little bit better as they'll go along. They'll have what could be a competitive game tomorrow when they go to Mitchell. The Colonels are 2 and 5 also so far on the season. Another one missing. Now 2-0. Van Gilder coming here to Hull. And Charlie will swing this one back and out of play. Foul. Another great day for softball. Once again, there is a JV game coming up at 6 o'clock. Feel free to stop out here to Riggs High. Change up. Hall keeps her hands back. Got a fly ball outside or into shallow left, but as the runner from second base had to stay on too. That was a tough call there, a tough call of what to do for Ellie Browers at second base. It turns into what would be hit. Unfortunately, it won't be a hit because it's a force out. Left fielder to the third baseman for the second out. So Hull at first, Kist batting. Tafoya advances to second base. And if you're Ellie Browers, as Kist looks at ball 1, if you're Browers at second base, that was a shallow fly. It turned out, it went out into shallow left. In that situation, if you understand the rule, if you're Browers, that could have been an infield fly. But Watertown's shortstop, Van Dusseldorf, was not getting there. She was afraid of kind of getting doubled off a second base if that play would have been made. But then again, unable to read it properly, and she didn't stray off the bag at all. And was forced out, getting to third a little bit late. Kist looks at 4 out of the zone. It's a 4-pitch walk. So now the Governors will load the bases here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. So you've got Kist at first, advancing Hull to second, Tafoya to third. 8-1, Carver swings, and this is a pop-up behind second base, and ranging back is Alexa Brown to make the play, and that'll finish the ball game. Your final score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard through 7 innings. Watertown 8, the Governors 1. Arrows improved to 7-4 on the season. The Governors will fall to 2-6 with a 8-1 loss. Govs again go to Mitchell tomorrow. We'll look at upcoming schedules come up. Let's take a 3-minute break. Final score once again, the Gales Gas Service scoreboard 8-1. Gales Gas Service offering great service and payment plans throughout the season as needed. 3 minutes and our postgame comes up. The postgame brought to you by Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. We'll talk about it. We'll talk with head coach Elizabeth Keys in our postgame coming up as well as the Govs fall 8-1. 3 minutes and we're back with more Pierre Governors softball, your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotaststormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? LiveTicket.tv has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 2. That's 833-605-5483, extension 2. And punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Hey, DQ fans, taste perfection in every bite of their chicken strip basket. It's loaded with crispy, all-white meat chicken strips, golden fries, crunchy Texas toast, and your favorite dipping sauce. Personally, I'm all about the house-made Hidden Valley Ranch. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Do your taste buds a solid and order a chicken strip basket today. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member F.
The team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg are devoted to spending time with each patient to answer all questions and address any concerns that arise. Family Dental wants all their current and future patients to feel welcome and comfortable and to have the healthiest, best-looking smile possible. They can take care of all your family's dental needs with cleanings, checkups, implants, same-day crowns, and many other dental services. Dr. Ryan Jensen welcomes new patients. Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg, caring for all your family's dental needs.
Hearing from Family Dental, we welcome you to our Family Dental post game. A pretty good ball game played. Watertown makes good contact at the plate all game long. The Governors with some solid contact, but as both teams' defenses kind of respectively helped out the others with errors, maybe some misplays and things like that, it was, I think, the key in this game turned out to be just the more consistent hard contact at the plate by the Watertown hitters. That the Governors just had fewer plays to make because of where Watertown was placing them, and I think that's why Watertown gets the 8-1 win here today. But still, a game I think that the Governors have to realize or have to believe that, hey, a few plays made here and there And that 8-run total for Watertown is significantly less. And, just a couple of more hits, maybe a little more execution here and there on their own offensive end. And maybe that 1-run total for Pierre could be a little bit, more increased, to say it that way. But an 8-1 loss it is for the Governors as Watertown gets the victory here today. Unofficially, 8 runs on 11 hits for Watertown, but, you can go either way on 2 or 3 of those hits. Maybe Governor errors in there. I do have Watertown with 4 errors defensively. The Governors otherwise with only 3 hits, collecting 1 run and a few errors or misplays in this one. That's the line score. Watertown scored 3 runs in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and then 2 runs in the 7th. To put it on ice, the Governors' only run came in the 3rd inning. Here's how it all happened. As Noel Kist, pitching well early on, did yield a hit and a walk in the 1st inning, but struck out 2 Watertown hitters. And Pierre came to bat their first time as a home team this season, but a pair of strikeouts. There was a Nevaeh Carber base hit, and she was able to advance to 3rd, but was stranded as Jenna Buckles flew out to left field. Then in the 2nd inning, Watertown gets a single led off by Sarita Stevenson. Lauren Hirsch was walked, advancing Stevenson to 2nd. Noel Kist in an early jam, but she strikes out Kinsley Johnston and Elena Detman. Watertown rolled the lineup over, and Emmy Berglund, the 8th grade catcher, lined one out to center field that sent Jenna Buckles back, and I think Jenna got a little leery of where the center field fence was and kind of short-armed an attempt to haul in the fly ball. Unable to make the play, it went off her glove, and both runners scored, Stevenson and Hirsch, from 2nd and 1st, respectively. Berglund, we give her a couple of RBIs if we rule that a hit, and if the official scoring happened to be ruled a hit. Then Kinsley Van Gilder followed up with an RBI single to score Berglund from 3rd, and Watertown led 3-0. Alexa Brown struck out to end the inning. Governors came back in the 2nd, but were retired in order, and they're 5, 6, and 7 hitters. And Watertown gets 2 more in the 3rd as a line out by Jade Lund to deep center field on a play made by Buckles. Then followed that up with an Aaliyah Johnson double. Johnston taking 2nd. Sarita Stevenson gets on after a pop-up in the infield, misplayed by second baseman Tafoya and first baseman Hull. The ball hits the turf, and Johnston advances to 3rd as Stevenson never stops running. She made it to 2nd, so 2nd and 3rd, nobody out situation. Lauren Hirsch grounds one to second base. Tafoya makes the play, but then as Stevenson got caught off of second base, the Govs go to 2 to try to double her up. Meanwhile, on that throw, Johnston, who had a late break, was able to score from 3rd base, so it was a fielder's choice that brought in Johnston. And you've got Stevenson still at 2nd base. She scores on a single up the middle by Kinsley Johnson then, and that put a 2nd run in for the Arrows in the 3rd inning. That made it 5-1 as Elena Detman grounded out to end that inning. The Governors counter in the 3rd inning on a pair of Watertown errors. Brianna Lowry reached his first after a hard-hit ball, but a Jade Lund throw over pulls Johnston, the first baseman, off the bag just a little bit. Throw got away, and Lowry reached, and then Charlie Hull reaches on a bobbled fielding attempt by the shortstop, so the Governors had the first 2 runners on, and Noel Kist lines a single the opposite way to left field. That one scores Brianna Lowry from 2nd base. The Governors with their first run of the game, and still 2 runners on, nobody out. But a Carber strikeout, a line out by Ireland Templeton to 2nd base, and a Jenna Buckles strikeout, and 2 runners are stranded in scoring position. It was 5-1 at the end of the 3rd, and Watertown was able to get another one after a ground out to start the inning. Van Gilder doubles to the right center field after an Alexa Brown flyout. Jade Lund delivers with another deep fly to center field that Jenna Buckles was unable to make the play on. That's an RBI triple for Jade Lund. She was stranded, though, on a Johnston ground out to first base. Watertown led 6-1. The Governors had a no-hit 4th inning. They did get 1 runner on to Tafoya with an error by the first baseman taking the shuffle throw. But other than that, nothing doing for the Governors. And then both teams go in order in the 5th and the 6th innings as Brown, the pitcher for Watertown, and also Noel Kist just seemingly got a little bit better and stronger as the game went along. But Watertown came up in the 7th inning, and they get a leadoff hit by Alexa Brown on a play that Nevaeh Carver overran. But what happened then was as Carver picked the ball up, she threw it into the shortstop, Templeton, and Brown, who had gotten halfway to second, decided to get back to first, but the throw was in time to cut Brown down at first base. So base running mistake there, the first out of the inning. And then after a fly out to center field by Jade Lund, Watertown gets 3 hits in a row. Aaliyah Johnston and then Sarita Stevenson and Lauren Hirsch. And on that hit that sent Johnston from first to third, Jenna Buckles from center field threw all the way to third, allowing Stevenson to advance to second on the throw. So with 2 runners on in scoring position, Lauren Hirsch with a single up the middle to score both. And that gave Watertown 2 insurance runs to close out the 7th inning. The Governors got a single to lead off by Ellie Browers and a walk by Isabella Tafoya. 2 runners on to start a rally attempt, but a Brianna Lowry strikeout was the first out of the inning. Then Charlie Hull loops one out behind shortstop that fell, but the runner from second base, Browers, was kind of caught in no man's land, unable to advance very quickly. She was thrown out on a force play from left field to third base for the first out. And then after Noel Kist walked, putting jamming the bases, a Nevaeh Carver pop-up to second base ends the inning, ends the threat, and ends the ball game. It's 8-1. Watertown wins it. That's the recap. Let's take another 3-minute timeout. Don't know if Coach Keys will get a chance to talk to us. She's actually in the middle of pregame warm-ups for the junior varsity team that'll be playing here shortly. But we'll take another 3-minute break, take care of some business. We'll look at the line scores and the box scores as well. And we still have big plays of the game and your player of the game, as usual, in Governor broadcast yet to come here. This is Governor Softball.
Smart grocery shopping takes a little bit of TLC. Dakota Mart in Pierre is thrifty, local, and convenient. Shop Dakota Mart for the freshest produce, highest quality meats, and delicious bakery items. And shopping Dakota Mart is easier because of the spacious aisles. Everything's easy to find, and you have a clean shopping environment. Dakota Mart Good Neighbor Pharmacy offers free delivery and mail out too. Thrifty, local, convenient. Dakota Mart in Pierre, your hometown neighborhood market.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio, Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
Century Business Products is a proud supporter of South Dakota High School athletics and proud to provide the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to schools and businesses in the area, all backed by their 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color costs? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
Form, function, finesse. The all-new 2024 all-wheel drive Ford Escape is now on sale at Capital City Ford for $32,000 with up to $2,250 in rebates. If you're looking for adaptable interior for your daily adventures, whether it's a trip to the grocery store, to a spontaneous road trip, and everywhere in between, Capital City Ford has you covered. Payments are as low as $385 with Ford Credit Flex Buy program. For more information and details, contact a sales professional at Capital City Ford. Check out their full vehicle lineup at CapitalCityFord.com. Capital City Ford in Pierre.
May Adam Law Firm of Pierre offers superior legal representation. Clients can be assured their legal matter will be handled with expertise and the utmost professionalism. Their skilled South Dakota lawyers can take care of your family law, estate planning, real estate law, and personal injury. They're able to help you plan and prepare to make matters easy now and into the future. Call 224-8803. May Adam Law Firm in Pierre since 1881.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that's not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much healthy tooth as possible using state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
We're back at Riggs Field. Watertown tops the Governors 8-1 here today as the Govs fall to 2-6 on the season. We just heard from Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. Let's talk about big plays in this game. Touched on it a little bit at the outset of the post game here, but the big plays to me, first of all, we'll go with plays that the Governors were unable to make, but I think even more than that, the big plays of the game is just the consistent heavy hitting by the Watertown hitters. Pretty much everything they put in play, they got some pretty good contact on. Noelle Kist is a fine pitcher for the Governors. She had a great start in this game, 5 strikeouts in the first 2 innings, but some misplays and some more follow-up hitting by Watertown still got them out to a 5-0 lead after 3 innings. And again, there's just too many base runners on, I think, for Watertown as far as Pierre is concerned. This game, when it was 5-1 or 6-1, could have very well just as well been 0-0 with plays that unfortunately weren't made. But obviously, every play isn't going to be made, and I think that's why I've got to credit the Watertown hitting attack as providing the biggest plays of the game. They sent some balls deep. The Governors had some hard hit plays. Watertown defense, especially in the infield, maybe just a little bit better. A little more solid as well. Watertown wasn't clean defensively themselves, but again, Pierre's inability to advance runners and extend innings in this one, which Watertown just did a better job of, I think are the big plays in this game. They're brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. Here's a quick look at the box score in this one. Emmy Berkland, the leadoff hitter for Watertown, was 1 for 4 today, but she had a big hit, drove in 2 runs with the first of those balls that was driven deep to center field. Kinsley Van Gilder, 3 for 4 on the day for Watertown, scored a run, drove 1 in also. And other hitters for Watertown include Jade Lund, who had a triple in 3 at-bats, 4 plate appearances overall. A couple of hits for Aaliyah Johnston, the first baseman. She scored both times she got on. Sarita Stevenson scores 3 runs today with 2 hits, and then getting on an infield pop-up that was misplayed by 2 Governor infielders. So Stevenson, a big game today with 3 runs scored. Lauren Hirsch drove in the last 2 runs of the game with a single up the middle in the 7th inning, scored a run also back in the 2nd for Watertown, and Kinsley Johnson had an RBI as well. Pitching, Alexa Brown goes 6+ innings, faced 2 batters in the 7th, and then was replaced. She only gives up 3 hits, 1 run. It was unearned. She strikes out 6 and walks 1. Kinsley Van Gilder comes in to pitch the last 3 outs in that 7th inning. No runs, no hits, no earned runs given up. She did walk 1, but she struck 1 Governor hitter out as well. For the Governors, offensively, Noelle Kist found her way on base twice today. She delivered the RBI single that drove in the only run of the game for Pierre. That came in the 3rd inning. She also got a walk in that 7th inning, so 1 for 3 for Kist, but on twice in 4 plate appearances. Nevaeh Carver had 1 of the 3 hits with a single with 1 out in the 2nd inning. She was stranded at 3rd, however. Governors didn't have a lot of hits, only 3 on the day. Ellie Browers led off the 7th with a hit as well. Some players made good contact, and Watertown errors allowed them on. Brianna Lowry, in particular, leading off the 3rd inning. She came around to score. Charlie Hull got brought the speed to beat out a throw from short after a bobble by the Watertown shortstop in that 3rd inning as well. Isabella Tafoya was on due to an error in the 4th inning, but Governor base runners outside of a couple of walks and those 3 batted balls that turned into errors plus 3 hits, just not enough base runners in this one for Pierre as they fall 8-1. Noelle Kist goes the distance, 7 innings, giving up 11 hits depending on how you officially rule a few misplays. I think there were 3 misplays by the Govs that certainly could have been made, but again, kind of give them the benefit of the doubt. So earned runs is arbitrary, I suppose. Noel walks 2 and strikes out 5 Watertown hitters. Here's another key to the game, though. Kist strikes out 5 runners in the first 6 outs, despite giving up 3 runs in that second inning. But she did not strike out another Watertown hitter the rest of the game. So Watertown makes good contact for the last 6 innings, and Kist strikeout total ends at 5 in this one. 8-1. There's your box score. The Governors fall in this one. We've heard from Hermanson Endodontics with big plays of the game. We've got one order of business to take care of. That is the naming of today's player of the game. And we'll give you that. Player of the game brought to you by Cowboy Country Stores. Let's hear from them. And your player of the game is next in our Governor postgame.
Howdy, partners. Did you know that you can save up to 30 cents on a gallon of gas instantly when you use the Sinclair DinoPay app at all Cowboy Country Store locations? It's true, and it's fast, secure, and simple to use. Just go to your app store and download the green DinoPay app, follow the prompts, and save big money at the pump today.
Convenience from the country. Cowboy Country Stores.
Cowboy Country Stores player of the game in our Governor postgame, and we'll try to keep it local as we have limited opportunities to give you Governor softball with just 5 home games on the season. But a real good pat on the back for Kinsley Van Gilder, the Watertown center fielder, who goes 3 for 4, scores a run, drives one in. Sarita Stevenson scoring 3 runs today as well. Just a few worthy honorable mentions for Watertown as they win this one. For the Governors, you look in consistency throughout the game. It's kind of difficult to find somebody who was able to do things multiple times. Noelle Kist was on base a couple of times with a single and a walk. You did have Brianna Lowry reaching on an error, did strike out a couple of times, but she did score the only run of the game. That run was driven in by Kist. Charlie Hull was on base twice as well, but I think we'll have to go with Noelle Kist in addition to pitching a tough ball game, but getting one of the 3 hits and driving in the only run of the game. And I think she was the only pure hitter other than Charlie Hull, the number 9 hitter. Well, Tafoya was on base twice as well, but there weren't a lot of multiple trips to the bases for pure hitters today. We'll go with Noelle Kist, the player of the game for the Pierre Governors on the mound, and a 1 for 3 effort plus a walk at the plate. Pierre falls, however, 8-1. Your player of the game brought to you by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre. So as we take a look at upcoming schedules, we talked about the Govs, and they will go to Mitchell to Cadwell Park tomorrow. Mitchell is 2-5 on the season. The Governors are now 2-6. We'll see if the Govs can get something going in Mitchell tomorrow. And then up next, I think the Governors go to Sioux Falls. It's not on the Abound Abound schedule page on the High School Activities Association links, but I think they do have a tournament at Sherman Park scheduled for Friday and Saturday in Sioux Falls, and I think one of those games, if I heard right, was going to be against Spearfish. That might be the first one that they're supposed to play Friday afternoon. Don't quote me on that, but according to the Bound schedule, which I'm looking at right now, the Governors do host highly touted Harrisburg 1 week from today. We will have that one for you here at Riggs Field. That'll be our next Governor broadcast with a 3:30 pregame and a 4 o'clock first pitch. The Governors against the Harrisburg Tigers. And then later on, May 10th and 11th, the Govs host Sioux Falls Jefferson and Lincoln, 2 tough teams, plus another one with Brandon Valley coming here on Tuesday, May 14th, a couple of weeks away. But our next Governor broadcast will be as they host Harrisburg next Monday, starting with a 3:30 pregame. Watertown's upcoming schedule after this win over the Governors today has them going, let's see, as we get the right dates set up here. Watertown hosts Sioux Falls Lincoln tomorrow, the top team in the state. Lincoln is 7-0, and then, depending on what they've got going on this weekend, according to the schedule I'm looking at, they will host Sturgis and Rapid City Stevens on May 10th and 11th. So Watertown improving to 7-4 on the season. They win this one today, 7-4. When you're on the road, remember, spring and summer months doesn't really matter. Buckling up is the best way to save a life in a crash. Do it for yourself, your friends, and your family. You've got some place to be. The South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Our thanks to Addie Johnson for running the show in studio, for Caleb Brozick, who once again is here at side, broadcasting and video streaming from Live Ticket. And you can watch this game over at your leisure once we sign off on the River 92.7 page of drgnews.com. But your final score, the Watertown Arrows on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard defeat the Pierre Governors 8-1. Till we meet again next Monday when the Governors host Harrisburg, I'm Brian Oakland. Thank you for joining us. This has been a presentation of the Pierre Governors' official home, River 92.7 and drgnews.com. Governor softball brought to you on River 92.7 by your Pierre Sports marketing sponsors, including Bank West, Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, the Dairy Queen, and Live Ticket, Overhead Door, Rinky Gray Wealth Management, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, and the Brittany Schuffelbein Agency. Governor Sports also sponsored by Dakota Mart, Fisher Rounds Insurance and Real Estate, First Dakota National Bank, May Adam Law Firm, American Bank and Trust, the Pierre Regional Airport, Nystrom Electrical Contracting, Access Health, The Corner Station, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, and Avera Health. And Governor Sports also brought to you in part by Wagner Auto, Bauman Lumber, Ferding Electric, the Ramcota Hotel and Conference Center, by Lariat Lanes, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Zander Auto Parts, Kathy Sonnenschein Properties, TMA, and Oahe Federal Credit Union. And Governor Sports brought to you within the broadcast by your in-game sponsors, who include Bank West, the Hughes County Jail, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial, Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg, Hermanson Endodontics, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Once again, your final Gales Gas Service scoreboard, Watertown 8, Pierre 1. I'm Brian Oakland. Have a great rest of this Monday. We'll see you next Monday for Pierre and Harrisburg. Again, your official home of the Governors here, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.